According to Jim Trotter of The Athletic, Colts veterans, including DeForest Buckner, confronted Anthony Richardson about his preparation and leadership with DeForest Buckner reportedly saying, quote, "I signed an extension here because I believed in you and you got to do your part." Richardson was benched for Joe Flacco, but returned to lead a win over the Jets on November 17th. And despite flashes of potential, questions obviously linger about Richardson's ability to lead the franchise. So I'm actually curious about your take on this. Should the Colts be in the quarterback market this offseason?
Where do they draft? Where their pick is not that high, right? There aren't that many good quarterbacks in this draft. There's really only two guys.
14th.
14th. I don't think so. I don't think they should draft. I don't think there's going to be somebody there that will be a franchise type quarterback. But you never know. Tom Brady was the best quarterback in history, and he drafted 199. And look at Brock Purdy. Although he's regressed a little bit, his last player taken in the draft, he got his team to the Super Bowl and had him leading both in the fourth quarter and in overtime and wound up losing it. So you never know. But I guess maybe they could draft a quarterback, maybe not with their first pick. Maybe they wait and see who's there down the road. But Richardson's play has been a major issue. I said all season, though, that his rookie season, he only played 4 games, right? He got hurt. He was out the rest of the season. So this year has really been his rookie year for me. He struggled with consistency. He just like he was in college, actually. He can show moments of brilliance, but lacks the maturity and the focus to perform consistently on a weekly basis. I think that this Buckner guy should be considered a butthead for coming out in public and say, "Hey, I signed an extension because I believed in you, but you got to do your part." You know, they could tell him that. You could tell him that in the locker room, but I don't think why you come out and say that in public? I mean, what kind of team thought do you have when you say something like that in public? I think that was the wrong thing to do. It's not clear what direction the Colts are going to go in with quarterback next year. I mean, the stats for Richardson are horrible. I mean, his yards 1,814. It was 33rd. His TDs 8 were 34th. His interceptions 12 were 99th. His QBR at 47.5 was 27th. So he had a terrible year. That's true. But in my mind, he was a rookie.
Okay. Well, so what?
So sometimes rookies, have a bad year. Look at Eli Manning. He was terrible his rookie year.
Right.
Yeah, he was. He was awful.
But they brought in Kurt Warner, though, to be a mentor to him.
But when they sat him down and Eli got in there, he didn't play well. His first year, he was terrible.
Right. But where's the promise? Where's a glimmer of hope? Where's anything that resembles a starting rookie quarterback?
He's had some plays that were big. I mean, I watched him play.
He's playing Madden
against the Patriots. He had a good game. He played well. He was the reason they won that game.
A broken clock's right twice a day. That doesn't make it a functioning clock.
No, so you say he's done.
I say he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. When you complete 47% of your throws, which is historically one of the worst in the NFL in history for a starting quarterback, one of the worst since 2000, I got a bit of an issue with you going out there and starting. And I have zero problem with a captain of your team saying, "I'm holding you accountable because we believe that you're the guy." He was picked 4th overall for a reason. Where's the promise? He barely played in college. That falls on the general manager and that falls on the owner. But when you have that
level... Sounds like a Trey Lance situation.
Absolutely. But here's the difference. We're seeing Anthony Richardson play. We never saw Trey Lance play because he got hurt. Now that's something even to add on to it. Anthony Richardson gets hurt all the time. That just adds to it. Not only does he get banged up all the time, he's taking himself out of a game because he was tired. When do you see a quarterback tap out because he was tired?
That's obviously a mistake.
And that's probably why he got benched for a little while, just because that is a horrible image. Pat McAfee, who played for the Colts, huge supporter of the Colts. He has his own suite over in the stadium. Hasn't been there. He's frustrated with the organization. I would be too, because my quarterback can barely complete throws. If my quarterback is essentially playing real-life Madden and chucking up 40-yard bombs every single pass, I'm saying, how about this? Throw a guy a yard ahead of you. See if you can complete the pass. instead of worrying about Alec Pierce or Michael Pittman or Downs trying to get 45 yards down the field and making highlight reels.
Oh, maybe
This
some
ain't
of it's
social
on
media. This ain't Madden. This is the NFL. This is real life.
Maybe some of it's on the rest of the offense. I mean, Joe Flacco was terrible too.
I would not say Joe Flacco was terrible.
Well, he was pretty bad. He was so bad.
He's a 40-year-old quarterback.
They sat him down and put Richardson back in there. And Richardson played better after he got back in there.
Yeah, I wonder why a fire was lit underneath him. And guess what? It didn't really matter because now we ended up seeing, a horror. Like, by the way, yeah, when he came back, he had a 50% completion. Excuse me, no. I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, his only good game since he came back was against the Jets. That was it. And it was against a Jets team that we heard, I think.
No, he won against the Patriots.
He won, but he didn't play well.
He was the reason they won
50%
the game.
completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks.
He scored the final play, the 2-point play. He scored it. He scored that. He ran it in. And it was a tough. The blocking was not that good. He found a way to get into the end zone. He won that game for them.
He had 157 total yards, 3 total touchdowns, 2 picks, a passer rating of 55. Any other quarterback puts up that stat line, we're saying, did you even play football ever in your career? You're saying that's a good game?
No, they won, and he got the winning play. He had the winning play.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what the final score is
a
what
guy
matters.
who's 400 pounds could take a QB sneak and get 2 yards for a touchdown. Did he play well, or did he just score the game-winning touchdown?
I'm saying, I think he gets.
Yes, I don't care if you have to draft one. I don't care if
here's
to trade for one. Trade for one if you want.
They're going to go out and get another quarterback. I don't think they'll draft. Maybe they'll draft one, but not with the first round pick.
I'm fine with that.
They'll go out and get another quarterback. It won't be Joe Flacco this time. They'll get somebody a little younger.
He wants to keep playing, by the way.
They're going to give Richardson another chance.
Well, you have to. You have to do your due diligence because he's what? He's in his second year.
Yeah, he was a rookie.
If you want to throw out his rookie year, although I'm not because he didn't play very well. If you want to say that this was his true rookie year, well, guess what? You now have 2 more years and then a 5th-year option potentially waiting in the wings there, which they are definitely not going to sign. But Joe Flacco didn't play that poorly. In 6 games compared to Anthony Richardson's 11, he had only 50 yards fewer in fewer games. He had 4 more touchdowns and 5 fewer interceptions.
How many interceptions did he have?
He had 7.
7.
12 touchdowns, 7 picks.
How many games did he play?
6.
6 games.
Anthony Richardson played 11 games and had 12 picks.
7 interceptions.
Joe Flacco had 7 interceptions in 6 games.
6 games.
Anthony Richardson had 12 interceptions in 11 games.
He would have that extrapolates out to about 20 interceptions for the season if he played all the games. Okay,
what about Anthony Richardson's 12 interceptions in 11 games?
Okay, well that doesn't extrapolate out to 20. It'd be a little less.
Okay, how about 8 touchdowns in 11 games?
How many did
compared
Flacco
to 12
have? Flacco had 12.
So just double it. 24 touchdowns, 20 picks compared to Anthony Richardson's what? 3 more touchdowns? Anthony Richardson's not a good quarterback. There's no stretch of the imagination, not even a glimmer of hope.
I don't totally disagree with you, but guess what?
How can you agree at all?
They're not going to give up on him. They're going to give him another chance.
I guarantee
they're going to give him another chance.
You sign Mason Rudolph to this team and put up a quarterback competition.
Maybe that's who they'll pick.
He takes over the starting job within a week.
Yeah.
I don't care if he needs to learn the system in 3 days. Baker Mayfield won a game in 2 days being with the Los Angeles Rams. With receivers, by the way, that were not that great because they were resting a bunch of guys at the end of the year. He went out and somehow won that game with 2 days of trying to learn a playbook. You put out Mason Rudolph there, give him a week to know Shane Steichen's system, he beats Anthony Richardson, or hell, at least gets a higher completion percentage than him because he can't complete a pass.
No, maybe he'll be the backup quarterback that they go out and get, but I don't think they're going to give up on Richardson yet.
How can you be a starting quarterback in the NFL and say, you know what? I still believe in you when you complete 47% of your throws. I don't care if I'm premature.
He was the fourth.
There's no body of work.
He was the 4th overall pick in the draft.
Zach Wilson was second. Trey Lance was third. Trey Lance was the 3rd overall pick. Zach Wilson was the 2nd overall pick. And Trevor Lawrence doesn't look that great. He was 1st. Justin Fields is a backup. I think he was 11th.
I'm just giving you the reason why they're not going to give up on him. They're still going to give him a chance.
I said they're going to do their due diligence, but is it deserved? No. Is it earned?
According to you, it's not, but that's not how they feel.
Okay.
We're saying what is not what you want to do. It's what the Colts are going to do. They're not giving up on him. They're going to give him another chance.
Correct, but I'm saying it's the wrong decision because what have you seen from him to say that he is even a starter quality? Besides being 6'4", 240, and can run. What else?
He has a strong arm. He has a strong arm, Nate. I did one pass there. I don't know if it was this year or last year.
Joe Milton has a strong arm.
It was like a 60-yard pass right on the money to the guy for a touchdown.
Joe Milton has a strong arm. He was QB3 this season. He had a better game.
He should have been QB2.
Probably. Have this. Joe Milton goes to the Colts. Two guys with insane arms that at least Joe Milton coming out of college had accuracy.
You know
issues.
what? I wouldn't be surprised the Patriots traded Joe Milton.
You may be able to get a 5th, 6th round pick for him. Because that performance against the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, and I don't think the Patriots want him there. I mean,
it's not a quarterback competition.
He looked great. He looked great, man.
He did look great.
He's huge and he's mobile, you know? And he's got a rocket arm. He played great in that game.
I don't disagree. There is no redeeming quality of Anthony Richardson besides his athletic potential. He can't complete passes. He gets injury prone, and he's not. And he took himself out of a game because he's tired. Mm-hmm. That does not show leadership.
That's always obviously a mistake.
That doesn't show leadership.
I don't support
that. That's not
a
good performance. Yes, could we say that you have to do it if you're the general manager of the Indianapolis Colts or if you're the owner of the Colts and you have to say, well, we drafted him 4th overall in the 2023 draft. We at least have to do our due diligence and give him a shot. Yeah. But what's the likelihood that you're going to go into the 2025 season and you're going to be like, I'm fully confident Anthony Richardson can turn this around and win us some games? I don't. He's 8-7 in his career. He went 6-5 this season. Yeah. Going 500 is not going to get you paid in the NFL. And by the way, a lot of those wins came off of Jonathan Taylor's back. That's also a massive part of it. Jonathan Taylor was a crucial piece of this.
The quarterback position is the key one for them because other than that, they're a pretty good team, right? I mean,
defensively, they just fired their defensive coordinator. Gus Bradley's gone.
Okay,
he's
but
29th
still,
in defense.
What was their final record? 8-9?
8-9.
8-9. So they're a couple games away, right? I mean, 3 games away.
Not
maybe.
In the AFC. Oh. Not in the AFC. The Bengals went 8-9 and they missed the playoffs.
No, but the Steelers went 10-7 and they made the playoffs.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so if you're 8-9, you win 2 games, you're 10-7, right? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, by that logic, do you think the Steelers next season are going to regress or are they going to say they're going to remain relatively the same?
I think I don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
Okay, well,
it's too soon to tell right now. We'll see how Russell Wilson plays in the playoffs.
Let's go to the other 2 wildcard teams. Denver went 10-7. Chargers went 11-6. Are they going to regress?
The Chargers, I think, will improve, continue to improve.
So they go 11-2. So you're saying that they start at 11-6 next season. Okay, what about the Denver Broncos? Rookie Bo Nix, 10-7.
I think they improve as well.
Okay, so then where's the opening?
Where's the what?
Where's the playoff opening? If the Steelers are going to remain relatively the same, if the Chargers and Denver are both going to improve or stay the same, all those teams went 10-7 or better. You're going to need to leapfrog. The only way you do it is if you leapfrog the Texans, who are a better team than you. They have more weapons than you.
We'll see. Well, the Texans, I don't know.
They have a better quarterback than you. The only thing that you have is a better offensive line and a better running back.
I think their coach is pretty good. I think he's a pretty good coach.
I don't disagree, but if you're once again, good coach, bad quarterbacks get good coaches fired.
Mm-hmm. Well, he hung in there this
year.
Shane
Steichen, we're going to do a topic in the offseason or leading up to the season. Head coach hot seat. Shane Steichen may be on that list.
Oh yeah, I think he probably is, but he's still there for the 25 season.
Maybe not all of it.
Season.
Maybe not all of it.
Well, it depends on how they play.
If they're starting to pick apart, DC and stuff, who says the head coach isn't one of the next people up on the chopping block? But I'm not saying that it will happen. All I'm saying is when you have a quarterback who plays Madden in real life, who does try to do one play touchdown, one highlight reel, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. How about just complete like a 5-yard pass and keep the clock moving? That's all I'm saying. Just have above a 50% completion percentage. That would be an improvement of this past season.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not starter quality in the NFL. Joe Flacco played better than Anthony Richardson this year, and Joe Flacco still wants to play for a couple more seasons.
I don't think he's going to be that starting quarterback next year.
I don't think he's coming back, but the fact that he actually put up decent performances in some of these games shows that
he's not going to be the starting
system.
quarterback for the Colts next year.
You put him in a quarterback battle.
I don't think so.
Just put it out there. Anthony Rich, you can't go into the season and say with 100% confidence with like a Dolphins backup quarterback situation of Skylar Thompson and Snoop Huntley. Yeah, obviously Anthony Richardson's going to be the best out of that group, but there's no real competition. There's no one right behind your back saying, hey, don't slip up. Coach is going to put me in.
They're going to go out and get they're going to go out and get a younger backup.
What you want is you want a preseason, you want a offseason Titan situation, not what they did in Week 18, which, as expected, a live quarterback competition, not a great idea to do. But you want that level of competition, and even the Raiders at some point, but you at least want a decent quarterback to at least compete for it, to have that quarterback competition. That's what you want in the offseason. You want a Raiders offseason quarterback competition. You want a Titans quarterback competition. Where those guys, and obviously you don't want them to be the level of quality that the Raiders and Titans have, where they're just bad quarterbacks. You want a quarterback like a Mac Jones to a Cam Newton. I know Mac Jones saying his name now is like, something terrible. Mac Jones, at one point in the 2021 season, had the number 1 seed in the AFC. He had a great rookie season. He beat out Cam Newton, who went 7-9 for a Patriots team that led by receivers that I don't even know if they're still in the league at this point. So, Mac Jones beat him out because he was the better quarterback. You want to get a guy to completely shatter expectations, take over your system, and be like, okay, we got a guy. I don't know at number 14 you could draft that next guy. What I do know is there are some quarterbacks available that you could sign that I guarantee you would be a starter day one. If you took the number 4 pick out, just take it out of your mind and say, you're this quarterback and you're this quarterback. I don't care where you get drafted. Perform. What are your performance levels? I think that quarterback B would beat out Anthony Richardson every time.
We'll see.
Sam Darnold's going to be out there. Daniel Jones, by the way, got signed
Sam
to the active
Darnold,
roster.
if Sam Darnold doesn't play that well in the Rams game and they lose, then I think that
he would hit the open market.
I think he'll hit the open market, and I think that the Vikings will follow through with Anthony Richardson. I mean, with
Daniel Jones.
No, with J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy.
Although,
and that means that there'll be a good chance that Darnold winds up with the Colts.
Although I will preface this again. You did say quarterback competition, Daniel Jones for the Vikings.
Yeah, no, I'd say bridge quarterback.
Bridge quarterback
for McCarthy.
Right. But obviously
that's what I said.
Right, but obviously that means that there would be a quarterback competition just like there was last year.
Maybe McCarthy would beat him out. I don't know, and they'd take a chance on him on week 1. I don't know.
Hey,
I think he's a bridge quarterback.
If I'm the Vikings ownership, if I'm the Vikings GM, if I'm a Vikings fan, you better hope J.J. McCarthy beats out Daniel Jones. You better hope that J.J. McCarthy beats out Daniel Jones. I'm sorry.
Look what O'Connell's been able to do with quarterbacks. He is.
Yes, but he's done
a fantastic job.
Kyle Shanahan also believed in Sam Darnold. No one else believes in Daniel Jones. No one else does. You're not hearing people say Daniel Jones, I could, relight a fire under his career like Kyle Shanahan said.
Maybe he'll be the Colts starting quarterback next year.
Huh? Another quarterback who can't complete passes, who is fast, but what else is he? Mobile quarterbacks are in nowadays in the NFL.
Daniel Jones is a pretty mobile quarterback.
That's what I'm saying, but you want him to be able to complete a pass at least. Mm-hmm. He struggles with that sometimes.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there. Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching this clip of the Harvey Hour. If you want to watch the full show, you can by clicking the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to take the show with you on the go, it is available wherever you get your podcast. We go live here on YouTube every single Tuesday and Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload a video and whenever we go live.